Hello children. So let's start with Unit 1, Unit and Measurement. What is a physical quantity? A quantity which can be measured directly or indirectly is called a physical quantity. For example, length, mass, time, force, etc. What is unit? In order to measure a physical quantity, its value is compared with the value of a standard of the same kind. This standard is called unit. Example, meter is the unit of length. Kilogram is the unit of mass. Second is the unit of time. What are the characteristics of standard unit? It should be well defined, easily accessible, invariable, easily reproducible. What are fundamental physical quantities and units? A set of physical quantities which are independent of each other are known as fundamental quantities. The units of fundamental quantities are called fundamental units. The units of length, mass, and time, that is meter, kilogram, and second, are taken as fundamental units. What are derived physical quantities? And units. Physical quantities which can be expressed in terms of fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. The units of derived quantities are called derived units. For example, volume is measured in cubic meter and speed can be expressed in meter per second. What are systems of unit? A complete set of units for all physical quantities with particular basic units is called a system of unit. Rules for writing units. Number 1. The symbol of a unit which is not named after a person is written in lower letter. Example: meter represented as small m, kilogram represented as kg. Number 2. The symbol of a unit which is named after a person is written with a capital initial letter. Example: Newton represented as capital N, Kelvin represented as capital K. Third rule is full name of a unit, even if it is named after a person, is written with a lower initial letter. For example, Newton, Kelvin. Rule number 4. A compound unit formed by multiplication of 2 or more units is written after putting a dot or leaving a space between the two symbols. Example: Newton meter represented as Nm. Rule number 5. A unit in its short form is never written in plural. What are different types of systems? Number 1, the CGS system. Here, centimeter is unit of length, gram for mass, and second for time. Number 2, the FPS system. Here, unit of length is foot, mass is pound, and time is second. This is also called British system. Number 3, the MKS system. Here, meter is unit of length, kilogram for mass, and second for time. Number 4, SI units. It is a modified MKS system and is called International System of units or SI units. It has 7 fundamental units and 2 supplementary units. In SI system, there are 7 fundamental or basic units and 2 supplementary units or basic units. Number 1, mass represented as kilogram or kg, length represented as meter small m, time as second small s, temperature as Kelvin capital A, electric current ampere capital A, luminous intensity candela CD, amount of substance mole. Supplementary units. Number 1, angle radian. Number 2, solid angle steradian. What are the advantages of SI units? Number 1, it is metric system. Number 2, the system is coherent. Number 3, it is internationally accepted. Number 4, it is rational system. Number 5, it is closely related to CGS system.